The state and the city should not interfere with that. Hold on.
1000%. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Getting in my daily Annie for Sale podcast this morning. Headed down to the UPS store to hopefully pick up a Mavic Delete cam gear for Jared's Evo 10. The reason that we decided to go that route is because deleting the Mavic on Jared's 10 is going to take care of issues that we're currently having with his old cam gear being bad, and it's going to take care of all potential issues later on down the road. My 10 that makes like 700 wheel with GSC S2s with GSC cam springs has not yet had any sort of Mavic or exhaust cam gear issues. That's not to say that it won't in the future. So it's about 300 bucks. My boys over at Exigent Solutions had one in stock. I don't think they like just sell them on their website, but I needed one ASAP, and they're like, yo, we got one, we can overnight one to you. So unfortunately went to the wrong address, so it's at the UPS store. Headed there now to pick it up. Hopefully it's still there, and then we can head to the shop and we can get Jared's car 100%, if all goes planned, 100% buttoned up on the road today. We have everything else for it. The brake rotors are back from getting turned. All the good stuff is here. So we really just need to get this gosh damn cam gear in and hopefully our issues fixed. I'll be excited. We got a package. Hopefully it's it. Magnus 4B11 adjustable exhaust cam gear, Mavic Delete. Just what we needed. All right, we have the Mavic Delete. We still use the factory OEM sprocket. And then we have the oil control solenoid that we are also deleting. All new hardware. Beautiful. Let's get started, boys. If we run into more issues with this car, I'll probably just push off a cliff. Kidding. Maybe, maybe not. Really not that big of a deal. I don't know why I'm being a little baby about it, but yeah, let's get to work. First thing I'm gonna get working on is getting all the gasket surfaces cleaned up on the engine, and we also have to clean up the pan and the timing cover gasket surfaces, and then we can go ahead and get that new cam gear assembled, get it on the car, and get everything re-sealed back up. Never fun doing a timing cover with the engine in. It's doable, but it ain't fun. We just ran out of brake cleaner. Gives me a good reason, good excuse to go rip the new BRZ, a car that has 130 miles on it or something. Yeah, I never drive it, so to O'Reilly's we go. All right, we are pretty much ready to start reassembling. We have to go ahead and get the cam gear assembled. So let's run through. It should be a very, very simple setup as far as I know. Yeah, let's run through, get this knocked out and get this car put back together. So we have the cam gear fully assembled on the car, or on the cam. All the M5 and M6 bolts are torqued down with Loctite. I went to go tighten the freaking cam gear bolt, and I thought it felt weird. Usually, like, you can kind of tell. So it's 65 foot-pounds. You can kind of tell like how that's gonna feel on torque wrench. The first time around, felt sus. Took the bolt back out, looked at it, looked fine. Second time around, felt really sus. Like I knew it was about to snap, so I backed it out. And sure as shit, look at this thing. It's literally about to snap. Thank God it didn't break off in the cam. So I'm gonna go grab a new cam gear bolt and we can get that thing torqued down 65 foot-pounds. That's sus. Timing is all finished up. Chain is on. We pulled the pin on the tensioner. Everything is good to go there. Let's go ahead and get this guy sealed up. So we need to very, very tediously and carefully reach our fingers up in between the engine and the frame rail, clean the gasket surface up with some brake cleaner, and then do the same on the timing cover. Timing cover is the hard part, oil pan's easy. So let's get that knocked out, get this engine fully resealed, and then I'll probably let the sealant dry. I'm not sure on how long the 3-bond takes to cure before you put oil on it. That's just what I'm using on this engine because I've never used it before, and I know it's like an OEM Mitsubishi thing. But enough talk, let's get this thing sealed up. Engine is all sealed up. Next, we need to do the water pump pulley, serpentine belt, tensioners, all that good stuff. Motor mount on this side. There's another motor mount we pulled off so we can drop the motor lower. And I think that's about it. We'll be back to where we left off, and hopefully we can fire this thing up and see if she's good to go, or if we're gonna have any other sort of issues. All right, my friends, car is back to square one, back to where we had it before, minus engine oil. And there's one other part we have to install. The little oil control solenoid delete, or the block off from Magnus that goes along with the Myvec delete. We'll install that when we get the car down to install oil. But the problem right now is, so we have a little bit of sealant poking out right here, and there's no way that's dry enough yet, at least in my opinion, to go ahead and add engine oil. We could maybe put oil in it, but last thing I want to do is rush that and then have leaks. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll be back in about 2 hours, and that may very well be enough time to go ahead and put oil in it then. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. But I do not want any leaks on this engine. That's why I was kind of disappointed and sad that we had to pull the timing and oil pan, because I know before it was 100% sealed up perfectly. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym, and then we can hopefully get this thing fired up, and hopefully it'll be good to go. All right, we're back at the shop. Let's take a look at the sealant. Oh, it's kind of a little soft still. All right, I'll leave it up to Jared. All right, Jared, I'm leaving this up to you. Okay? Okay, COVID boy. I can wait till tomorrow to fire this son of a bitch up, because your sealant may not be dry all the way. So that's like the guaranteed way, but there's about I would say about an 80% chance I can put oil in it now. Yeah. Fire this bit up and the sealant's dry enough. So what do you want to do?
Well, either way, she can't go home tonight, right?
I need to drive this thing to put miles on it before you go beat the fuck out of it, and it's in my shop again on the lift with no tranny in it.
So would you take it home tonight then?
Provided it's fixed.
How long has that sealant been dry?
Well, I was sealing it when you were here last. 4 hours?
Didn't you say, because I remember when we did my clutch, you let my sealant dry overnight, and then you did another job.
It depends what sealant you use.
You built another car, and you were like, oh, that shit dries way faster than I thought.
It depends what you use. So this is 3-bond. They say to let it dry overnight. But if you use some other shit from O'Reilly's, it dries in like a minute, but then it leaks all the time. Do your little test, COVID boy.
Bro, don't put this up to me.
How bad do you want to hear her run?
I think she's good.
You think she's good?
I think she's good.
You think she's dry, huh?
I think she's dry enough, yeah.
All right. You guys heard it here first. If this son of a bitch leaks in a week, I'm out. I ain't fixing it. We're gonna have a leaky car. We're gonna go ahead and throw oil in the car real quick and fire it up to see what happens. And then we have to put the brakes on, bleed the AYC, and that's about it. Put the bumper on. Cool, let's put oil in this thing. We got her topped off on oil. I need to go ahead and get this guy installed. So there's this little plug that goes in the end. I already got that in. This just simply goes in place of the solenoid, and then we will have a P0014, I believe it is, that we'll have to have turned off, but not a big deal. All the way, and then see if it throws that check engine light. I think we'll be all right. If you just delete the Myvec, how could it throw a Myvec code? How could it retard the timing? You know what I'm saying? So I really messed up. I can't drive the car regardless. I was gonna take it home tonight and just put some miles on it before I give it back to Jared. It's like 10 p.m. and I don't have any power steering fluid. I ran out. So I'm not driving it tonight. So let's clear all the codes, because it still has codes from last time. And then let's see what happens. It's gonna throw a code no matter what, because the solenoid plug-in is just sitting there. It's not plugged into anything, so it's gonna throw a code regardless, which we can erase later on. Yeah, P1025 is the code it throws. All right, I'm gonna rev her up. If it starts misfiring, which I don't know how it would, I'll be pissed, but we should be all right. imagine that. It's not all fucked up anymore.
Wow.
Well, even though Jared didn't believe in me, the car's fixed. Let's see if Jared made the right call. I don't see any leaks on the ground yet. We should be all right. Granted, it's probably not gonna leak right now. It'll probably leak overnight. So if it leaks tomorrow, Jared can fix it. From here, it's just buttoning this thing up. Of course, we have to delete that code later on. I'll have my boy Chag do that because this is Chag tuned, which is gonna be retuned anyway. That'll be lit. And then Jared's gonna blow it up again. Knock on wood. Where's some wood? So we just got the brakes bled. This thing's pretty much ready to go. And we could drive it tonight if we had power steering fluid, but I do not have any. And like I said, all the stores are closed. Oh shit, we gotta do AYC while you're here. I think it's easy, Jared. I've never really done it. I've never really bled it and I never had problems, but we might as well bleed it. How do you feel about having a seized up AYC pump?
I knew something was wrong with my AYC or ACD, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter though if it's seized, right? Like,
nah.
Do the modes even do anything?
I think it's just a little overhyped.
I think it's marketing.
It is, probably. Jared's pump won't even turn on at all, so whatever. We're not gonna bleed it. Maybe one day when I'm bored, I'll rebuild it. But today, I'm not rebuilding it, or tomorrow, or even for the next 2 years. I ain't rebuilding it. Sorry, Jared.
Holy hell. 1200, 1500, I think. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, it's the ACD pump guard. Yeah, no, that ain't it.